Dangerous times for the former royals known as Harry and Meghan now, in very difficult waters indeed. And what they decide to do next could be really, really challenging. Not only that, but on the world stage, how they're going to be viewed. As ever though, what is it? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. I hope you're keeping well today. Lovely day so far, let me tell you. Well, you're sort of getting to the last days, if you like, of the leaves on the trees. I hate that when they go, don't you? Hate to see bare trees. I'm very much a summer person, spring person. I'd love to know what you are, in fact, in the comments. You know what it's like? I just sort of see myself as a lot happier in the spring and the summer because you're not battling coats and scarves and gloves as you're trying to get around. You know what it's like. And then even if you're going to a cafe, you've got to take it all off, haven't you? Let's not bother about the restroom. Oh no. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. Now this story really, it came out, but it's been knocking around, shall we say, underground for a few months now. And this all really centres upon the fact that the ex-royals Harry and Meghan have parted ways with their long-term PR company. And now we're not quite sure, nobody is, whatever they're saying, whether they parted one way or another, whether it's sort of friendly split or a non-friendly split. Let me tell you though how PR works. It's quite simple, you know. They must be very nervous now, Harry and Meghan, because when you join a PR company, you have to tell them exactly your dreams, your ambitions, your thoughts, exactly what you want to do and how you want to achieve it, the sort of magazines and TV shows that you want to appear in, you know, that sort of thing. It's not easy because you're really laying your life on the line, as it were, because you're telling them, this is how I see myself, world domination, that sort of stuff. Now moving forward, because they have done that, you know, they've decided now allegedly to go it alone, to keep it in-house as part of their company, Archwell Audio Productions Entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Brave move, of course, because, you know, the bigger picture is they've had terrible PR ever since they really met, you know, whichever way you look at it. As we know, Meghan decided to keep her own PR team going, even when she was part of the palace operation. Carried on with that, you know, because she felt that they knew what they were doing best. Now, of course, as micro celebrities, they've got to realise that this is a challenging time. Of course, moving forward, it's very difficult for Harry and Meghan because they've now got to change the perception of what the public really think of them, you know. And with daily revelations after revelations with those books, which of course they've not counteracted against for whatever reason they're claiming, is going to be particularly damaging now to reverse. More so when you're on your own. You see, the bigger problem with public relations is this. They have all the contacts, the magazines, you know, the chat shows that you might want to sit down on, you know, the contacts in voiceovers, filmmaking. If you fall out with them, it can be very, very difficult because they can simply blacklist you without you even knowing, you know. They could just say to these companies, don't work with them, they're difficult. I'm not suggesting that for one moment. I'm speaking from experiences of dealing with people who've encountered similar situations, should I say. But it is a difficult time now because Harry and Meghan have to decide how they're going to push forward and reshape their brand, as it were. Now, one idea that they're working on, which I find incredible, is that they feel the best thing to do will be to go back down and do a dual sit-down interview, not just with a magazine, but with an online status too. Not the big style Oprah Winfrey thing, but to focus on everything that's gone on in the last, say, 2 years and right the wrongs. That's their initial idea. Good, eh? Now, given the fact that that backlash before was that, it's possibly not the best idea. A lot of people are suggesting they should just let the good charity work speak for itself, if there is any. But of course, you know, that takes time to filter through and is not as hard hitting. Now, apparently the biggest talking point, the biggest split point in the deal was the fact that they felt that they were both misrepresented at that recent interview with the New York magazine, The Cut. In fact, some might say that was the final cut between their PR team and, of course, Harry and Meghan. Either way, it will all come out in a dramatic way, let me tell you, because this is far from over. PR teams do not like to remove themselves from people who are doing incredibly well for them in literally sort of money terms. You know, it sort of looks bad for them. And of course, for the client themselves, they can't really say how bad they felt they were treated because the PR team might turn on them. This is going to get incredibly murky, and it's far from over now. Whichever way Harry and Meghan decide to go, honestly, I wish you a lot of luck with it. It's going to be very choppy waters indeed. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.